Welcome to the Pennsylvania Case Law Update While You Drive podcast. You give us less than 20 minutes per week, we will make sure you never miss changes in the law. This week's episode is brought to you by the McShane Firm. For nearly 20 years, the attorneys of the McShane Firm have been trusted by our neighbors and our friends to represent them in DUI and criminal law cases.
Thank you for joining us for episode 33 of the Pennsylvania Case Law Update While You Drive podcast. I'm your host, Katie McShane, and today we are covering cases decided between February 3rd, 2021 and February 9th, 2021. The courts decided a handful of cases this week, but only one that we will be discussing in today's podcast. In Commonwealth v. Atkinson, the defendant appeals an order from the trial court denying her motion to dismiss a DUI charge based on a compulsory joinder principle. Atkinson was charged with disregarding a traffic control device and DUI in Philadelphia. She pled guilty to the traffic control device charge in the now eliminated Traffic Court of Philadelphia. The Commonwealth continued the prosecution of her DUI charge in the Criminal Trial Division of the Philadelphia Municipal Court. The defendant filed a motion to dismiss, claiming that the plea of guilty to the traffic control device charge prohibited the Commonwealth from prosecuting the DUI charge under the principles of compulsory joinder. The compulsory joinder rule states in relevant part that a prosecution is barred by a former prosecution if the former prosecution resulted in an acquittal or in a conviction and the subsequent prosecution is for any offense based on the same conduct or arising from the same criminal episode, if such offense was known prior to the commencement of the first trial and occurred within the same judicial district as the former prosecution. Here, there is no argument that there was a prior conviction, that they arose from the same conduct, and that the Commonwealth knew about all the charges, and they were in the same judicial district. However, at the time of the prosecution, the Philadelphia Municipal Court and the Traffic Court were separate entities. At the time, the Traffic Court could not have adjudicated the DUI case, and the traffic ticket could not have been tried in the Municipal Court Criminal Trial Division. For that reason, it was proper for both cases to have been heard in separate courts, despite the apparent violation of the compulsory joinder. This issue really is moot going forward, as the Traffic Court of Philadelphia has been eliminated and the Municipal Court now has a traffic division and a general division. That's all for this week. If you're interested in the other cases that were decided, the full text to each can be found in the case notes. Thank you once again for joining us. Have a great week.
Thank you for listening to the Pennsylvania Case Law Update While You Drive podcast. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and our YouTube channel to make sure that you are always in the know when it comes to important changes in Pennsylvania case law. We want to thank this week's sponsor, the McShane Firm. The McShane Firm is a central Pennsylvania fixture when it comes to DUI and criminal defense. The attorneys and staff at the McShane Firm believe in good old-fashioned central Pennsylvania values like hard work and straight talking. Give them a call if you or a loved one ever needs help.